Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. This one is going to be all about my PGO combination indicator, which is what I use to determine strong, low risk, high reward entry points into growth stock positions. In this video, I'll be providing you the PCF code that I explicitly use, and I'll also be backing up my claims by giving you guys access to backtests that I performed on both growth stocks and the TQQQ using this indicator. So make sure you watch the rest of this video and also leave a like and subscribe if you want more content, indicators, strategies, just like this one. But getting right into it, when entering positions in strong, fundamentally ranked stocks with great earnings and sales reports, you need to make sure you're entering at the right time to maximize your reward while minimizing your risk. And the PGO combination will do that for you, and it'll pick you strong entry points after the stock has passed through a pivot and is ready to continue its upward trend. So on the screen right now is my PGO indicator code, and all that I ask is that you like this video and subscribe if you plan on using it. Breaking down the code of the PGO indicator, it basically highlights when there's been a 10-4-4 stochastic cross, the GMMA exponential moving averages are rapidly moving upwards, and the MACD is increasing on significant volume. All this together signifies that a stock is moving rapidly out of a consolidation period or pullback on large volume, hopefully because of institutional support. The best results when using the PGO indicator happen when, after it occurs, the stock continues to advance on volume and hopefully has a lot of purple and orange dot indicators. Taking a look at KL's move, you can see that even after the PGO indicator, the spike in volume over the next couple days was even more, which signifies sustained buying by an institution. And you can see that over the next couple weeks, the stock increased rapidly. Looking at CHDN, you see a similar pattern. After the initial PGO indicator, you see many consecutive bars of purple and orange dot indicators, which again signifies that there's sustained buying going on. And you can actually see that the volume increases the most 3 days after the initial pivot point. Finally, taking a look at one last example, you can see that SHOP again had a PGO indicator, and then in the next couple days you had that orange and purple dot combination indicators. But you can see the trend wasn't quite as strong as the other two stocks, and it kind of petered out. So here I would have sold after it reached my MACD slowdown indicator. As I have said, the PGO indicator results in an over 70% success rate in the stock market. And this spring I performed a backtest using highly fundamentally ranked stocks that meet the CAN-SLIM criteria. So here's how I actually went about doing this backtest. For each stock on my list, I went through and looked to see if it had a PGO indicator within the time frame of 3 months. Then I would simulate entering on that date and then keeping that stock for 5 days. Then I would mark the result down below and move on to the next stock. I repeat this process for all 200 of the stocks, and as you can see, that definitely took quite a while. I also made sure to go through and remove any data points that were clearly affected by earnings reports, because I personally do not hold through earnings. I also want to make it clear that after doing this backtest, I went through and limited my losses to 3.5%, because that's the amount that I use for my stop losses. For this backtest, I broke the data set down into a couple different sections. Here I focused on the top 50 fundamentally ranked stocks, here the top 110, and here the top 200. For the top 50, 33 instances of the PGO indicator occurred. For the 110, it was 76, and for the top 200, there were 133 PGO indicators. The overall batting average for the top 50 was 81%. For the top 110, it was again 81%. And for the top 200, it dips a little to 76%. The average gain was almost 4 for the top 50. Its average loss was negative 2.8. And you can see how those numbers change as you increase the data set. And also below each section, you can see how the results would have played out over the course of a year. So for the top 50 results, you would have gained about 55% annually. For the top 110, you get 51%. And for the top 200, you have gotten 48%. Looking back at the results of this backtest, you can see how effective the PGO indicator is. And if you keep your losses small just like I did, this will be a very lucrative method for determining entry points into growth stocks. I also performed a very similar backtest on the TQQQ, which is the triple leveraged ETF based off of the QQQ. Looking at the results, you can see that it had a 70% batting average, which is excellent, but look at this ratio between the gain and the loss. This is what really stands out to me as indicating that this indicator has a very strong reward to risk ratio. And you can see that over the course of 100 trades on $1,000 positions, you would have made substantial profit using the PGO indicator. The links to both of these backtests will be in the description below, so make sure you go and check them out for yourself. And I just want to point out the differences between these two backtests. In the previous one, I entered a stock for a set period of time, 5 days, while in this one, I actually exit after my MACD slowdown indicator is activated. So those are the backtests of my PGO indicator. Remember, always do your own research before picking stocks and always use stop losses. Those are key to minimizing losses, and that way you'll be sustainable in the market. And again, I want to say that even with the PGO indicator, I like seeing increased volume on the day of the PGO indicator and on the next couple days afterwards, because that indicates strong, sustained buying and interest in the stock. But anyway guys, thanks so much for watching, and please leave a like right now on this video and also subscribe for more indicators, strategies, and videos just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys in future videos.